Well, I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of the views around here. They're pretty amazing. Hello everybody. It's been a while since we spoke. It's been about 4 or 5 months actually since we made the last episode, choosing our property, where we all asked for all your help. And you were a great help. It was fantastic. But here we are then. This is our new home. Home farm. The name says it all. Here's the house. Abby's just doing a bit of cleaning and tidying. You'll all remember the trusty Toyota pickup that we had in Calmston. Bought that very late. It's looking a little bit... Probably ought to give it a wash, to be perfectly honest. It's looking a bit dirty. It's had some miles put on it now. But not had a problem with it at all. Touch wood. So, let me show you around the farm. Come with me. Right. This is the main yard. Well, it's the only yard, but I'll call it the main yard. We'll start off over this side. Got a lot of empty sheds at the minute, but we've also got a lot of equipment that we still need to get. So, you might remember this tractor. This is Abby's dad's tractor. I think... Yeah. You would have seen it in... when we were over in Bally Spring, actually. Yes, because he had this tractor at the horse centre, the training centre that Abby worked at. Well, it was brought over to the UK when Abby's mum and dad moved over to Surrey. It's been registered in the UK now. And we are currently borrowing this from Abby's dad. He doesn't really use it anymore. And he said that we can use it. It is borrowed. We've not been given it. But it's been a massive, massive help. Let's just switch the light on. There we go. See better now. It's been a massive help, especially with the front loader. Really, really has. And on that note, this is our workshop. So welcome to the workshop. Got everything we need in here, including engine hoists and things through this side. Yeah, everything we could possibly need. I've even got drills and things set up in here, which is fantastic. Oh, might have left that coffee there yesterday. I've got a habit of doing that. Right, switch them off. There we go. Right then, let me introduce you to some of the things I might have got an excellent deal on. So this is one of my proudest buys. It's a New Holland 8340. That was a bit of a find actually. That was a really good find. I'm really happy with that. It's a good power horse tractor. It's got 125 brake. But it just it's been brilliant. It's been brilliant, and hopefully it'll continue to be brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. It's not going to last forever, obviously. It's getting a little bit worn, but it's not missed a beat so far. Not missed a beat at all. It's been absolutely cracking. Bailey, on the other hand, we've had a few problems with this. I think I've managed to sort everything out now. This was a very cheap solder's not working, but I've managed to repair it, thankfully. It's a Class Roland 250 roto cut. It gives us nice, small, round bales. Although, we haven't used it recently because I've only just repaired it, so we haven't got any bales around at the moment. And then here, we have our... Now, I never say this right. Fortschritt trailer. This is our bulk goods trailer. I want to say temporary bulk goods trailer, because although it is pretty good, it's not very big. And some of the bits are getting a bit worn out on it now. But yeah, that was a good find as well. Really good find. We've got a second-hand water tanker over here. I believe it was from the war, but it's still in very good condition. It's been well looked after. But yeah, that was a nice cheap find. Right, over here, it may look like we've got some new stuff, but I'm afraid this is just rented. The Horsch Tirano 4. I'm renting this at the minute, and you'll see why in a little while. The Mascar Montana 600. That is actually borrowed. Borrowed that off a friend of mine. We've made some really good friends around here, actually. His name's Trev, and he actually owns Stanbridge Farm. He's just moved in as well. That was on the market. I don't know if you remember. It was on the market when we were looking as well. Stonebridge Farm, isn't it? Stonebridge? Stonebridge Farm. Yeah, and he owns that. And he's actually allowed me to rent this off him for an incredible little price. So yeah, this is borrowed off of him, and we're only paying £50 a month for it. But hopefully we'll be able to give it back at the end of this month. Well, that's our trailer. You know that. That's always been well looked after. It's hardly used. And then here, we've got our Bailey bale trailer. Looking a little bit worse for wear now. This came from Calmston. It came with us from Calmston. And it's still doing alright. It's had some new tyres fitted. But, yeah. Not a bad trailer. Not a bad trailer. Pretty good, I think. Right, well, we have an empty silage pit. We do have a bucket for the front loader as well, which is going to be really useful. We've got an empty silage pit, but we've got plenty of tyres over there to help us weigh down the sheets. Nothing in this barn here. This is going to be the bale barn. This is where I want to keep the bales. But nothing in there at the minute, unfortunately. Let's head round the other side. Oh, we've got a silo. So we can store grain until we get the best price. Now, this is going to be the money maker. The cow barn. We have no cows currently. But I'm hoping to get some after the winter period. And Abby agrees. We don't really want the hassle of trying to get them through the winter when we've got very little in the way of food for them. But yeah, that's all good. Right, now. We've got this Crone forage wagon here. That's rented. Currently renting that at about £100 a month. And it's going to be very useful, especially when we're picking stuff up to put into the pit, the silage pit. We've got a slurry tank there. Obviously no slurry in it at the minute because we've got no cows. We have some manure here. Now I did purchase some manure to be able to spread onto the fields because we still have our manure spreader that I restored at Calmston. It's a bit dirty, but it's still looking good, and it still works extremely well. So that is fantastic news. Now this field here, this is our meadowgrass field, and this is what we'll be using to make us some bales. But we need to divide it in two, and we need to get some silage into the silage pit to get it compacted and clamped. And we need to get some hay made. In order to do that, I've got some equipment around here. And one of my amazing finds is this mower here. This rotary mower. I bought this from a farm sale. Absolutely cracking price. It was only just under £1,000. Really, really pleased with that. So really cracking price. The tedder and the windrower, once again, renting those at the minute. £200 for the pair per month. But I'm hopeful that they can go back by the end of this month and not incur us any more debts. Right then. Here is our main arable field. It's quite big. It goes off around the corner. quite a bit. Oh, dear. It goes off around the corner quite a long way. But yes, this is the reason that I've rented that the cultivator, the horse cultivator. We really, really need to get this cultivated and some seed put in. It is October, so we can still plant wheat, barley, possibly canola. We do also own this field over here. So, I mean, we could get hay off of this field. It is a sheep pasture. And I do want to be able to get sheep at some point. But for now, we have no sheep. It might be a good idea to do one field as silage and one as hay. A lot of tyres here. Some of those I'll use. Some I won't. There's also a lot of scrap. None of this stuff works anymore. There's an old generator here that doesn't work. It's not worth repairing it. And there's a lot of stuff here that we need to get rid of. But we've still got lots of space, so it's not urgent. We will get a skip at some point. But yeah, like I say, it's really not urgent at all. Right. There's one more thing that I've got to show you. Well, actually, no, before we do, let's talk about money. So, the whole place, the property and everything, is £420,000. But that comes with all the fields. Well, it comes with the fields that I've shown you. £420,000 for the whole lot. Which actually isn't a bad deal at all. We managed to get a loan from Abby's dad. That loan was £100,000. So we have a mortgage of £320,000 with monthly payments of £650. That's going to be tough to keep up with, I think. We've got £18,000 in the bank at the minute. And, yeah, we're doing all right. Now, Abby is also bringing in some money. In fact, let's go and show you. Come with us. Bit of a dingy day today, so we'll put the lights on. Right, let's head off down this way. And yeah, so I'll tell you what we're doing on the way. So Abby has been working at a local riding school, and it just so happens that that's where she's keeping Bueno as well. So, oh look, there's the bottom of the field there, and another entrance into the farm. It really is quite a nice big field. So Abby has started work at a riding school just down here. It's not a very big riding school, but she's started teaching, which is fantastic news. Just try and pull in here without scraping the paintwork. There we go. So here we are. This is the riding school where Abby's teaching at. We've got a lovely jumping arena here. Now, as you can see, though, it's all grass. And what that means is that Abby doesn't have a lot of work during the winter months. They sometimes hire out an indoor arena. Right, switch that off there. There we go. Sometimes hire out an indoor arena. There's Bueno, look. He's got the run of this field and he's very happy about that. Hello, Bueno. So, yeah, this is where Abby works. I've got a nice little Renault tractor here for the water tanker. A Fiat, sorry. It's a Fiat tractor, not a Renault. I don't know why I thought it was a Renault. Oh well. But yeah, it's a nice little place. So in terms of wages, though, it is a steady job. It's not. She's not been paid by work. So during April to October, she earned £750 a month, which is fantastic because that more than covers the mortgage. Unfortunately, through November through to March, she only earns £400 a month. And to be fair, that's a reasonable wage for how much work she's doing here. She's also helping out on the farm. But we have to keep ourselves going through the winter. Right. Let's move on and show you. The next thing I wanted to show. So, I have just bought a new piece of land. It's not super close to the farm. In fact, it's out the other direction. But we can go and show you now. I had my eye on this little bit of land for some time. It's only 1.5 acres. But it's yeah, it's definitely a good little piece of land for some arable work. So we've got our large arable field back there. Sheep field there on the left. And the entrance to the farm just up here on the corner. Here we are. There's an older lady who lives in that house on her own. That's just sort of next to ours. It's just our next door neighbours. And we haven't met the other neighbours yet. Oh, it's a beautiful windmill. Absolutely stunning windmill. Can be quite loud at times, but it is beautiful. Right, think. Yeah, we're going this way. We cross the road straight over here and down this way. Should see the entrance to our new field just on the right up here. And it should be a beautiful seed bed. Let's just park in this gateway here. This is a bit of a small holding farm here, so little gateway and go past. Right, here it is. So this is our new field. Open the gate up. Look at that beautiful seed bed. Absolutely ready to be planted, this one. Which is fantastic. But I do want to get the wheat into the other field first. I think I want to keep this one and wait until spring. We can put in some spring crops in here. But yeah, just paid for this, and it cost £10,500, which is £7,000 per acre. It's about the going rate. I wasn't too disappointed with that. So yeah, that actually, because it's the weekend, the bank balance hasn't updated yet, so that'll come out of the bank, and we'll end up with a little bit less there. So, okay. Get this turned around. So, first job of today is going to be to get the grass cut. Oh, it's coming around the corner there. Quite a big rig. Right. This is quite a fast road, so... Oh, hello, he's coming around here. Need to keep our wits about us when coming out over this road. I'll head back up to the farm. So yeah, we're going to get in the New Holland. And... we're going to get the mower fitted to the back of it. And then we're going to start some work. See what Abby thinks about my idea to cut the sheep field as well. I need to keep this parked here out of the way so I can get the tractors past. Oh, I have to switch the lights off. There we go. Cool. Ah, forgot to mention, got some cracking lights on this yard as well. Look at that. Loads of floodlights. Just lights it all up. Don't need them on now though. Do I want to use that tractor or do I want to use the Aisha? I think we'll use the Aisha. Oh, before I do, let's go and talk to Abby and see what she says about my idea. She must be in the garden. We've also got a little patch in the garden that she's been working on. She does enjoy working in the garden. Where is she? Here we go. She's working over here. Hey, Abby.
Hey, Hun, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. Just pottering around in the garden. I was thinking I was going to try and grow some vegetables next year.
That's not a bad idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, the old lady from over the road, she I bumped into her in the town and she was telling me about how she grows her own vegetables, and I thought, do you know what? That's not a bad idea. Not that I'll probably be any good at it, but I thought I'd give it a go.
I think you'll be great at it, sweetheart. I had a few ideas as well. I was thinking maybe that I could cut the grass in the sheep field. What do you think about that? Because we haven't got any sheep at the minute, and we can use it to make silage.
Yeah, would that bring us some money in?
Well, it might do, but it's also good for feeding the cows when we get them in the new year.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. While you're out, you can do the garden. It's so long.
Okay, I'll get the mower out.
Yeah, that'd be good. I can't wait until we can get some animals on the farm. I'm really missing them.
I know, sweetie, but we need everything in place first.
I know.
Alright then, I'll crack on and I'll see you for lunch.
Okay, see you later, sweetie.
Bye. Well, there we go. She thought it was a good idea. So, first thing we need to do is get everything cut. I think I will use the New Holland. That's the thing about this area. It's so quiet and the wildlife just sort of come in and... Yeah. Yeah, let's use the New Holland. Right, let's jump in and get it warmed up. Like I said, it is quite an old one. But it does the job. Works beautifully. Okay. So I think after winter we want to be able to get the cows. So we'll need to... Well, we'll have to buy them young. Really can't afford them at the moment to get... anything that's already producing milk or anything. It's a very tight bit of the yard. I think I used the Ursha to put the Ursha to put the implement in here. Alright, let's hop out. that connected up. And the PTO. And the hydraulics. There we are. Right. There we go. We are out. Superb. I think there's probably better places for me to put these things for now anyway. Okay. We'll get this lowered down. And fired up. And then we'll start work. I know what some of you are thinking. Probably all of you, in fact. You're thinking it is extremely optimistic to be looking to make hay in October, and yes, you're right. It is. I've checked out the forecast, and it looks like it's going to be dry, despite the clouds. So I'm hoping this will dry out nicely. If it ends up getting wet, well, I guess we'll have to make haylage and try and sell the bales over winter to make ends meet. Right, it's just gone 10 o'clock, so we might as well do the other field as well. This one obviously is going to be the hay. The other field can be silage, so we'll get that done, and then after a spot of lunch we'll get it rowed up and picked up. Well, that field cut. It's a bit damper in places than it is in others. You can see the grass is looking a bit wetter there than most of the field, but that looks alright. Right, where shall I put this? I don't think it's worth trying to get it back where it was. Not with this tractor anyway. See, I should it was bit more manoeuvrable. We'll use that for the windrowing this afternoon. Here we go, look. Let's pop it into this shed here. Oh no. Oh, I bet I've caused some damage there. Oh, let's have a look. Actually doesn't look too bad. I think the tyre took most of the force. God, that was lucky. I need to be a bit more careful with what I'm doing. Have to keep an eye on that. Make sure the tyre still goes around. Right, I'll get that unhooked. And then we'll pop the New Holland back over in its shed. Really have to be more careful with this sort of thing. What shall I do? Actually, no, I'll go put it in front of the forage wagon, because the next time we'll need this, we'll be picking up the grass. Okay. I might as well get it hooked up now. Right, that's all good and ready to go. Right, we'll leave that there. I'm going to pop in the house and have some lunch. And then we'll use the Aisha to get it all... I'm sure that's how you pronounce it, look. Aisha. I don't know. I hadn't heard of that mate before I met Abby anyway. Well, I hadn't heard of a lot of mates before I met Abby, because we met so young. Anyway. Go in and get some lunch, and I will see you very shortly. Beautiful lunch. Abby keeps me fed really well. Okay. I haven't started this tractor up in a while, actually. I hope it's alright. Look at that. Didn't really need to worry at all, did I? Right. Let's keep that low enough to get out. Yep, we're good. And then lift it up out of the way. Right, I'll need to drop the weight off. So we'll drop that in here. Pull the pins out. There we go. Okay. So, we've got one grass field hopefully drying out. And one that we want to keep wet. Definitely want to make hay out of that field. Hopefully we can sell the hay as well and make a bit of money that way. But for the next bit of the job, I'm going to need the windrower here. Okay. There we go. Let's get it picked up off the ground. Lovely. The last thing we want to do is damage this. because this is a rental. Okay, so put the fans on. Right, it takes a little bit of time to get this thing set up, so I'll get it set up now and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Alright, all set up and ready to go. We will go around this way to start with and pull it all in from the edge. And then we'll head around the other way and start pulling it into nice, decent, big swaths. Well, there we go. All rode up very nicely, if I do say so myself. And I do say so myself. Right. I'll get this all put away and folded up. And then we'll be back in the forage wagon. And you know how it goes from there. This forage wagon is extremely similar. It's a newer model to the one we had back in Ballyspring with Gavin. Oh, it's filling up fast, that's good. Well, that's all picked up off that field. Feels like it's getting late because the sun's so low in the sky, but it's I don't think it's that late. Don't wear my watch much anymore. After that beautiful watch that Abby bought me broke, I just haven't bothered getting another one really. Right, let's take this off. Right, job now then is to get that silage pit compacted. Last thing we want is any mistakes like I made at Calmsden when I was doing Sheila's pit. That cost us a lot of money, that did, and yeah, we had to buy the bales. We need to make sure it's all properly compacted, all the air's out of it. And I haven't got a lot of weight in this tractor, but I reckon we could do it. Might take a little while. Alright, I'll catch up with you when it's done. Alright, there we go. All compacted and covered over. There's a good amount of silage in here. Alright, I'm going to get the tyres put on it tomorrow. I'm not going to do it now. It's not going to be windy overnight, but we do want to make sure it's held down properly over the winter period. Right. We'll tuck this tractor away in here. This is sort of where it's been living. Okay. There we go. Another job well done. Well, it's getting late now. Gonna head in for some dinner. But yeah, that's a good day's work, that is. Silage pit all filled. And we've got the other field cut and hopefully drying out a bit. We'll go and have a look at it first thing next time. And yeah, maybe give it a TED. And turn it over. Right. I'm going in now. Thank you for watching. I hope you're going to enjoy this as much as me. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.